So like I was saying, this is a single system, or yeah, being able to like convert codes that you write off like mechanical physics or something to somewhat automate the system from a distance with like new methodology and new systems over here. Yeah, over there I got three of them. Yeah, no, I limited the density. Yeah, but that's what I was referring to. Yeah, in terms of controlling energy the way that you see fit to then go off and solve problems. Because believe it or not, yeah, that I tell you, you feel like Harry Potter. Sorry, you feel like you have a magical spell. Because this is what this converts into. That's why you design a circuit. Yeah, why you design a physical circuit of that blueprint itself, knowing physics and like the limitation of it, with the errors, other systems that apply to it specifically. And by the time you're done over here, you communicate with it as a human being with a basic language that, yeah, in 2D, that you can understand more on the space as if you're reading. Yeah, so meanwhile, like the lady that authored Harry Potter will go off and write a book. You have other people like myself that write more on the space, but at the same time, we control and manipulate energy. Yeah, to then go off and like create and shape things. Yeah, from a distance if we wanted to. Yeah, from like 5 miles or even like nations away. Yeah, because we control physics from a distance by just writing stuff on paper, and then we manipulating the elements. Yeah, into circuits. Now, and with that, just like I said, yeah, you can go ahead and like establish a system. Yeah, which transduces the emit energy in a certain direction based on like the limit that you apply, and then you can set a catalyst in there. You can set more information, more manipulation information. Yeah, well, that's a path I chose to go off and walk into. Yeah, without nobody waking me off of bed and then telling me what to do specific ones out. Yeah, that's how I decided to wake up, and I filed the LLC again. Yeah, so I'm gonna go off and finish my project or my systems. No, the system was not supposed to be my first, but I ended up with someone gassing me. So I survived being gassed. Yeah, by the system itself for like 2 years directly. And like I said, when I was in Thailand, they even tried to like somewhat delay me escaping Thailand to see if they can keep on gassing me to death. Yeah, so I'm the one over here that survived. Yeah, I survived getting gassed, and then eventually what I ended up from it. Yeah, and ended up being like this dude over here with scars. Yeah, in my body. No, one my the one that I get that always remind me of that fight itself or survival is a permanent ring in my ears that's even louder. Because I had tattoos. That's how I got to detect that it was people from like the veterans and like the military itself and how dirty they were because the fact that they tried to like force schizophrenia, yeah, other manic symptoms to then go off and like pretend that the symptoms that I felt for the Veterans Affair was fake or something like that. Yeah, so that's why the bad blood in between us will always exist permanently for eternity. Because I said when I give them the time to do the right thing, the correctly, I saw, and then I try to deter them. Yeah, instead they decide to make fun of me without ever apologizing. Yeah, about things I don't care for. So I got gas chamber in the space. So yeah, so I don't know, man. Somewhere where I got like a madame over here. Yeah, she's sitting around. I don't know. Somewhere they bought another over here. I'm like, yo, what? I don't know. I don't know these people, so I don't know who they are. Nothing like that. All I know specifically is that they're a group of perverts that pervert the course of justice for like stuff that's related to like catching rapists, all that stuff. So I was like, you're wrong profile over here. And no, I'll never side with the cycles because I said again when they hit you up with the false case, if you're a kid, that's a black child or something, that's like 18 or under, and then eventually you put psycho. Psycho is like, well, he was. I was like, yo, listen, don't target my child over here with a gas chamber. What's up? Because the father over there survived it. Yeah, told you like, yo, Yes. I was like, what the hell, man? I was like, I don't know. I could have sworn she was already there, and then they went on to recreate another one. But this one over there, they made them psychos or something like that. No, because the feminists brought them up on board, but then eventually they gave them the Hollywood movie scripts that created the dumb movie. I saw. Yeah, they create dumb movies. So we like lame ass metropolitan music, because that's how they came at me. Yeah, with these directors, with a perspective of like targeting a rapist. So like, to then go off and like live off a fantasy, or what would you how would you kill a rapist? All that stuff like that. So that's all why they want over my data, and eventually they want to like that was a dangerous thing. That's yeah, because I read stuff that's related to criminology, a lot of the stuff in there. So by the time they inside my data and they get ideas. They get ideas from that the first that I read probably that's related to like crime and all that stuff like that. That eventually makes them very dangerous. Yeah, so they try to pass. They put me into a gas chamber, and then eventually they put me under electronic warfare. Yeah, with the bike noises, and then eventually they wanted to like point a system at my ears to like make it hurt and tingle. At times I fall asleep. They point it at my lungs. They point it at my heart. They point it at my shoulder. I got shoulder pain from that myself. They point it at my crotch. They point it at the person's skin to go off and make the person itch and scratch continuously. Yeah, as if you were being hexed. Then you're hearing voices inside your head. You can't breathe. You're coughing, and then you're scratching yourself, and then you're going crazy. You're going manic around the space out. You're in the permanent ring in your ears. Yeah, and then eventually that turns you into that. Yeah, and then you're supposed to turn into a killer in the process. So when you get pissed off, somebody will off like randomly trigger you. Yeah, you pull out a knife, you stab them to death, even if that was a kid. Yeah, that's again. I survived these evil ass people. So that's why I push for the death penalty. Yeah, random person that isn't about nobody has the feds try to turn him into that. Yeah, intentionally. Why they go off and preach law, justice and order, and they have not prosecuted me inside the United States. No case whatsoever. So I'm protected under the Constitution, and it's so simple for them to prosecute by just sending a letter or sending officers to you while they have your numbers and track you. They have my number, they will track me. I was always within the site within 1 minute. So and instead of prosecuting the person, they had no prosecution. They decided to go off and like do their own fantasy around the space, just because of the fact that I did not invite none of these people to come inside my phone and then listen to me type magnesium or something like that. I don't know, man. Somewhere crazy did a full loop, and here I'm in the United States, not being prosecuted, and it already wanted to try to gas me, kill me in the process. And to this day, no apology whatsoever. So now I'm in the U.S. Anytime that I catch it inside a cars,